In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police, who investigate crime, and the Crown prosecutors, who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Hello there, good evening. A life needlessly and brutally taken by teenagers fueled by alcohol to extreme violence. The words of a judge who sentenced two teenagers to life today for the murder of Staunton student Lloyd Fouracre.
Judge Graham Cottle said the tragedy of the story was that it was becoming all too familiar. He said it seems to be the case in this rapidly deteriorating society. This sort of incident is becoming endemic.
The life of Lloyd Fouracre was snuffed out just a day before his 18th birthday. As Richard Lawrence reports, the end of his killer's trial today brought no comfort for his family.
Lloyd's close family had described in a letter to the judge the dreadful numbing pain they say they experience every waking moment since their loss. They shared their feelings in a statement.
No one wins at a murder trial. Lloyd's promising young life was so brutally cut short. We will never again see his lovely smile or look into those dark brown eyes. Our hearts have been broken, and we will grieve the loss until the day we die, longing for the life we should have had with our much-loved son and brother, Lloyd.
19-year-old Andrew Betty, sentenced to 13 years, claimed he was so drunk he couldn't remember his actions. His accomplice, Jay Wall, will serve a minimum of 12 years. Judge Graham Cottle felt the outbreak of unprovoked violence was inevitable. The prospect of passing Lloyd's respectable group as they were walking back from a party at the Taunton Vale Sports and Social Club without resorting to violence, he said, was impossible. It's such a quiet place, yet it'll be remembered by many for a night of truly appalling violence fuelled by alcohol. The prosecution claimed that Betty was the first to strike using a disabled parking sign. He then struck him again, although post-mortem revealed that it was probably that first blow that made Lloyd unconscious. He died from appalling head injuries. He was a motionless target on the ground, and Jay Wall then joined in, kicking him. And as for Ros McCormack, the court heard that he'd facilitated the fight. He laid into somebody trying to rescue Lloyd from the vicious assault. Seen here on the left, Ros McCormack walked free, cleared of the charge that he'd taken part in the murder.
This was a brutal, unprovoked and completely unnecessary attack on an innocent young man, Lloyd Fouracre. It's been a lengthy and thorough investigation, throughout which we've received tremendous support from the community in Staunton and the surrounding area, many of whom have come very bravely to give evidence at court.
Lloyd Fouracre was a popular young man and is deeply missed. His ambition was to be an RAF pilot, and at his funeral, fellow air cadets from Staunton gave him a fitting send-off. He'd just begun...